Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's your coach here. Coach's Call on Tap. This is NCAA Football Week 8 Pick'em Show. We've got Tristan, North Carolina, Puff in Pennsylvania, and Donnie Betts himself in Tennessee. This is Week 8, man. What a great weekend we had before. And now we're looking to capitalize and keep on going. We had a good day yesterday. We got some games going on today. We've got baseball going on. We've got women's basketball going on. My boys did a tennis podcast earlier. They got tennis going on, soccer going on. We got a shit ton of stuff going on. Make sure you go on to coachescallontap.com, scroll down, hit that Discord button, and you can go find out what we're doing. Go find us. You can fade us. You can tail us. You can comment. You could be with us. You can be against us. I don't give a shit. Come on over and check us out, man. We're having a great time. I'm telling you, we're having a great time. This week, we're going to go over the top 25 teams again. Check out these games. See what we've got going on. See if we can have another great week the way we did last week. What do you guys think? Anybody got anything to say before we start?
No.
All right, make sure you get puffed. Get puffed. We're going to figure out this week, guys. This is my thing. This is what I need from you guys. I need y'all to lock in. Bubba, you got to listen to this. We need to figure out who wants it more, baby. That's what's going to matter. Who wants it more this week in college football? Let's start off with what I think is one of probably the best game of the weekend. We've got number 7 Penn State going to Ohio State. They're both 6-0, 3-0 in the Big Ten. Neither one has played anybody that I can think of worth a shit, but they're all undefeated. OSU is given 4.5 at home. The over and under is 45.5. This is a big one right here, boys. This is going to separate the men from the boys, the girls from the women. Puff, what do you think? Let's start it off with you.
Look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep it a kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Take the under. Take the under. There's going to be no points scored in this game at all. It's going to be a classic Big Ten defensive matchup where it's going to be like a 10-3 type of game. With that being said, I love Penn State. I'm going to keep on riding the Penn State train. 5-0 against spread, make it 6-0. Let's keep it rolling. I love Penn State in this matchup. Defense is good. Team's rolling. Let's keep it moving.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that stat. Donnie made a big deal about it last week. Penn State, that guy just loves to cover. And good coaches win, great coaches cover. Donnie, take it away. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about James Franklin before and his team up there. They have got it rolling. They just put a whooping on UMass last week. That said, Ohio State put a whipping on Purdue, and everybody thought that game might be a little closer than it was. The under looks like it is the best play. Notre Dame versus Ohio State turned in like 31 points. This line came out at 46.5. It's down to 45.5. With it being me thinking it's going to be the under, 4.5 is a lot of points. I think it's a 3-point game. I like Penn State to cover, and I also like Penn State on the money line.
Wow, I love that. Sharp as a tack. Tristan, what do you think about that play?
I love PSU in this game. I love them to win. I don't think Kyle McCord is a good quarterback. I think Penn State gets to him in this game. So give me Penn State to cover. And honestly, don't sprinkle the money line. I'm going to take the money line.
Wow, I love it. You guys on your game here. OSU came out and they're starting to put some points up. They look like they got the wheels going here a little bit. It's like, they knew we're going to get into the meat of the season here. We've got to turn it up. Franklin's doing his thing at Penn State. Ohio State put up some points. They're starting to look like a real team. The books are buying it. The public's buying it. With that said, the books and the public is fucking wrong. -4.5 is too much. Too many points to give. I'm with y'all. They might win on the money. This is a late field goal type of thing. Either Ohio State misses the field goal and loses, or Penn State makes the field goal and wins it. Give me Penn State +4.5 on the road. Let's go, James. Don't prove us wrong on this one. Next, we got UCF traveling to Oklahoma. Damn, Oklahoma's hot. They are rolling 6-0 overall, 3-0 in the Big 12. Oklahoma's number 6 in the nation. They're given 19 points. The over and under 66. Donnie, we got a slight problem, though. They got Kansas right around the corner, right? So, what do you think about Oklahoma giving 19 to UCF in a conference game here, Donnie?
It is a conference game. Here's the fishy thing. I mean, both these teams are coming off a bye week. UCF just played Kansas and got smoked by 29 points. And this game is only 19?
Yep.
That doesn't seem right. That seems fishy to me. That said, Oklahoma has been a covering machine. They have not missed a cover all year. I do not expect them to miss this one. I think they come out and put a whipping on UCF and show them that, this is not the conference they should be in. But then again, it may be the conference they should be in because Oklahoma is moving to the best conference, the SEC.
Amen, brother. You couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better myself. UCF traveling over here to Oklahoma. Oklahoma's got it rolling. They took a week off. They know what's at stake. They know what they need to do, and they're doing it. And they're covering, and they're at home. And I'm telling you, those Okies over there, they get hyped up. Boomer Sooner, they roll their buggies and all that good stuff. 19 isn't enough points. UCF isn't the team to cover 19 points against OU. Texas is, not UCF. Oklahoma rolls on this one. I like Oklahoma minus the 19 at home. I also like the over. They might cover the over by themselves here. Puff, what do you think?
I think Oklahoma's their next game where they can lose, and probably their only game for the rest of the regular season that they can lose is next week against Kansas. So I think they're going to be checked out. They're going to be checked out of this game. And I'm probably gonna take UCF with the points for this one. I think their running game is different from Texas. UCF, that's something that I've noticed with watching them play is that they push the ball down your throat like it's crazy. So I think UCF, I think they cover that. I got you.
You just remember though, Oklahoma came off of their worst season in like the last 60 years last year, and I guarantee you they're pounding that in their skull every weekend. I don't see a letdown, but I see where you're coming from, Puff. Tristan, what do you think?
What an emotional bet from Puff. What
Right.
what an emotional bet. So UCF is 1-4 against the spread this year. Oklahoma 6-0. I mean, I'm gonna take it until they don't cover. Give me Oklahoma.
Yeah. Ride her till she bucks you. Don't ride her at all. I like it, boys. All right, Air Force number 22 in the nation. Go to Navy. Air Force 6-0, Navy 3-3. Air Force is given 10.5 on the road. The over under is 34.5. Anytime you give me a total of 35 in a college game, I will hammer the under. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Give me the under. I don't care. They set it at 34.5 because they can't go any lower to get Vegas can't go any lower to get money on both sides. So I'm going to bet the under. I don't know anything about any of these two teams. I just see the number 34.5. I'm going over, and I see 6-0 against Navy. 10.5. Give me Air Force for whatever reason, but I love the under. So give me Air Force 10.5. I don't have a reason for it. Donnie, you go.
This game's interesting. It is a Air Force and Navy are basically the two services that have aircraft. And neither one of them are throwing the ball. They do not get in the air.
Triple option, baby.
These are triple options, RPOs. Air Force is averaging 340 yards rushing, and I think Navy's 230. So, I mean, they're both run games. That said, they both have fairly good defenses against the run. I think this game does go over. 34.5 is not enough points. I think this is a game where neither team stops the run. With that being said, these games are always close. Anytime you get one of the service members facing the other one, it's always close. But Air Force is just head and shoulders above all the other services this year. So give me Air Force.
Puff, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, so piggybacking off of what Donnie said, these teams' combined passing yards per game is 180 combined.
Yeah.
That's horrific. So, I mean, the clock's just going to be running the whole game. And with their defenses, they're probably going to get, 3 possessions each for half?
Per half, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But honestly, you got to take Navy with the points, with that being the circumstance. because the clock's just going to be moving. It's going to be so low scoring. I'll take a chance with Navy with the points on this one.
Okay. Let me defend the triple option here real quick because you said 180 yards combined. That's horrible. I think if you're 6-0 and you're only throwing the ball, averaging anywhere from 50 to 90 yards a game, if you're averaging 78 yards throwing and you're 6-0 running the triple option, I think you're doing a fantastic job. And I say this, and this is why. When the last stop I was at, I was coaching here for 6 years. The last stop I was at for 5 years, we only lost 5 games. That was the last game of the year every year. We were undefeated in the regular season, undefeated in district, and we would rack up 450 to 460 yards a game, right? My defense was amazing because we only had to play like 6 or 7 minutes a game because they held on to the ball. We didn't have to throw the ball. That is our defense's strength, is our offense. Them running the ball, putting points on, I think is tremendous. I love the triple option. It's my favorite option ever. And only the service academies can run it because they're disciplined enough to do it. I love it. I don't think it's awful that they don't have to throw. If you can run the ball and beat people, I'm all about the triple option. Hats off to that. That's all I got to say. Tristan, what do you think?
So I'm going to take Air Force to cover. But it's because Navy is 0-2 against the spread at home. And then Air Force is 1-1, so give me Air Force to cover.
There we go. Let's get to it, boys. Number 9 in the nation, Oregon, is at home, 5-1 after a tough one. Boy, this was a tough one. It was tough for some bettors.
It was tough on my bank account.
It was tough on some bank account. But what a game, guys. That was one of the best games, I think, of the season. Back and forth. It was exciting. Well, now Oregon, they go home, and they got Washington State, which ain't no slouch, at 4-2. I know they're 1-2 in the pack, but they're 4-2 overall. Oregon's given 20, over and under 62. I love the over on this one. The minus 20, let me tell you something. Oregon's a little slower. They're a little beat up. But if they're going to prove something, it's going to have to be this game. So I'm going to take Oregon minus the 20 points. I think they're going to come out pissed. They're going to have to. If not, their season is over. No playoff chance at all if they don't cover this 20. So give me Oregon minus 20. Donnie, what do you think?
I think Washington State was very overrated. I actually took them 2 weeks ago versus UCLA, and they embarrassed me then. And then they embarrassed themselves versus Arizona, giving up 44-6. That's not even close. Oregon's going to come out. They're going to be pissed off. They're averaging 555 yards a game in total offense, and Washington State's giving up 419. Yeah, Washington State's going to give up 600 this time. So
and Oregon did it against a good defense too, Donnie. Yeah, Washington doesn't suck.
No, take Oregon. This game's going to be a blowout. It'll be a 30 or 40-point game.
Yeah, this might be one of our nukes. What do you think, Puff?
Yeah, I'm with you guys on this. This Washington State team is hard. Like after last week,
easy. They're on a downswing, but they won us money for about 3 weeks there, right?
Well, they could win us money some more because they're gonna get fucking blown out this weekend. So, Oregon, yeah, give me Oregon. I don't even gotta say anything. Oregon's gonna put up like 60.
Take the over 2, Puff, while you're at it. Make your money back. What do you think, Tristan?
I'm gonna take Oregon too, but I think one thing, Bo Nix kind of silenced some of the critics, I think, in this last game, don't you think?
Yeah.
They said,
amazing, yeah.
I think a lot of the talk was, he's never been good in big road games, or big games in general. They didn't lose that game because of Bo Nix. I'm going to tell you that. They were in that game because of Bo Nix. So, give me give me Oregon minus 20.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Another thing, Tristan, saying that I think a lot of people still are looking at Bo Nix in an Auburn jersey. He's not. He's a different cat. Yeah. And I'll tell you another thing. Their coach over there at Oregon, I've said it all along, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the fucking face. You don't take points off the board. If you're in the red zone, it's 4th down. Kick the damn thing. If they'd have done that at halftime, it'd have been a tied game. So you don't score a touchdown, but you don't. They lose by 3. Dude, you didn't kick a field goal, bro. I mean, come on. Don't leave it up to the kids. A good coach always told me, these kids are put on this earth to let you down. Don't leave it to the kids to do this. You drag them to victory. All you had to do is kick a field goal. They're tied up. It's a whole new game in the second half. Anyway, coach's rant over. Big one here, Donnie. SEC, I know me and you're big SEC homers here. We love the SEC. We think it's the greatest conference in the entire world, and it is, and it has been, and it will be for the rest of our lives. We've got number 7. We've got number 17 Tennessee. Bubba, I hope you're listening to this. I want to know who wants it more here, Bubba. Tennessee 5-1, 2-1 in the SEC, going to number 11. Alabama 6-1, 4-0 in the SEC. Alabama looks like they've got the train righted and they're going to keep on rolling. I don't know. Alabama's giving 9 to Tennessee in a 2:30 game. The over and under is 48.5. Let's change it up a little bit. Tristan, what do you think about this SEC matchup?
I love Bama here. Dude, Tennessee is not good. I'm tired of the Joe Milton talk. I'm tired of, their coach. I think it's a get right spot for Saban. He's going to go and beat the shit out of Tennessee as a statement win. Give me Bama.
There we go. Puff, what do you think, buddy?
I'm with you, Tristan. Tennessee, they beat a very weak Texas A&M team last week. Carolina.
Shot.
I mean,
it's all right. I get the last word. Y'all know this. I get the last word here. So go ahead, Puff. Dig yourself a hole.
It's nothing impressive with this Tennessee team, and it's nothing impressive with Alabama this year. Not gonna lie, but Alabama at home, they gotta get at least some type of momentum rolling, and I think that they'll be able to cover this and win this game by 10 or more for sure.
Donnie, talk to me, buddy.
Ooh, here's the funny thing about Alabama this year. I mean, we talk good teams win, great teams cover. Alabama is not covering for shit this year. They are not. I mean, everybody expected them to blow out every single game. They struggle versus Texas A&M. They've struggled versus Arkansas. They did beat Mississippi State, but they didn't cover USF. So they have not been that team that blows anybody out. For that reason, I do like Tennessee at 9. I think this is a 6-7 point game. I think Alabama wins, but I think that 9 is just a big number for Alabama right now because they're not the team that blows you out. They're the team that squeaks a win, and Nick Saban's perfectly okay with that. He's like, I don't give a shit about the numbers. I don't care. I just want to win. So, yeah, give me UT to take it just because of them not covering overall.
You got Tennessee just covering, not winning, correct?
Yeah, just covering.
Okay, thank you. Let's make sure we get that straight. All right, Alabama, that's a good football team. Tennessee, it's a good football team. You're right. We lost, Puff. We did. But all I heard was, Tennessee had a horrible game. They couldn't do this. They couldn't do that. We played pretty good defense. We can't get out of our own way. Yeah, I'm over us. I'm over us. In saying that, this is a classic SEC battle at 2:30 in the afternoon, Donnie. The 48.5, that's way too many points in this bloodbath. I don't think it's going to get there. I think Alabama is going to try to impose their will on the run game. I think their defense is going to step up here. I see this being maybe 17-14, maybe 21-17 at best. This game is going to go by faster than Puff's puberty did. I just, in saying that, I do think Tennessee covers the 9 points. I do. I think the better bet is the under. I don't think they're going to throw I just don't. These two teams are going to come out. Both teams are going to come out just to win this game. You win this game, you're in control. You lose this game, you're done. Both of them. So they're looking for the win. Give me Tennessee plus the 9. Alabama will win. If you want some extra money, take the under 48.5, and I'll meet you at the ticket window. The next 2:30 game is South Carolina, the Gamecocks going to Missouri. I am so sick of Missouri. I'm fucking over it. I'm really over it. In saying that, Spencer Rattler he's your stepson you want to just slap around. Like the kid lets you down and when he can, and then when you look away, he does something great. You never know what you're getting. I think here 60 is not enough. I'd rather bet the over than the side because I really could care less who wins this ball game. But because it's at home, Missouri has this funky thing going on at home. The kids are crazy. They're out in the end zone. I'm going to buy a half a point down. I'm going to take Mizzou minus 6.5. Tristan, what do you think?
I'm gonna be on South Carolina here. Spencer Rattler's playing some of his best ball of the year. He had a little bit of a down week at Tennessee, but he threw 4 touchdowns last week, 300 yards against Florida. I think the spread's a little too big. This is probably a field goal game.
There you go. Puff, what do you think about this?
My question is this the South Carolina team that's going to turn it around like they did last year and just go nuts for like the back half of the season?
Great
because
question.
that's the vibe I'm getting from them, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
I think it starts with Missouri. I'm gonna take the points with this, but I'm gonna do a little bit on the money line too if I can get a decent, like a better price, like probably like plus 500 or something. If I can get something around there, I'll probably throw a little something on it.
I like it. Donnie, talk to us, buddy.
Here's the funny thing. I mean, Missouri, I thought was not very good. I did not think they were worthy of a 4-0 ranking. And, I was like, they're not that good. LSU did beat them, but they came out and showed some grit versus Kentucky last week. And, we talked about Kentucky all year, how good they were and, their chances. And that game showed me a lot about where they were because they go into Kentucky at night and pretty much just fight till the end. So I'm going to take Missouri on this one.
Okay, I like it. Moving on, North Texas, Tulane. Tulane minus 20. Tulane is 23 in the nation. North Texas 3-3. I hit that. That was one of my big bets last week. North Texas team total 37. They hit that like at the beginning of the third quarter. That was a lot of fun. It's always fun to win money before the game's over. But now they go to Tulane at 2:30. Tulane, playing over there in New Orleans is tough. Tulane's given 20. The over and under is 63. If North Texas does this week what they did last week, and Tulane does what they did last week, this week, 63 is just not enough points. Minus 20, I don't know. Shit, I don't know, man. That's too many points. I don't care. If it's going to be 63, give me North Texas plus the 20 points, and give me the over 63. Go ahead, Tristan. What do you think?
I love North Texas in this spot. There's a stat that Tulane is actually 0-1 when the spread is 20 or more. So give me North Texas. I think their offense is going to keep up with Tulane in this.
All they got to do is not get beat by 20.
Hey, real quick. I'm sorry. Coach, who'd you have for South Carolina?
Missouri minus. No, I can't buy a point on the pick 'em, so give me South Carolina.
Puff, who did you have?
South Carolina.
Okay, sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, that was a clean sweep for us on South Carolina. Let's see. Puff, North Texas, Tulane.
Man, I love this Tulane team this year. I can't even lie. Like last year, I loved them. What?
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Their only loss this year was the Ole Miss, and that was without Michael Pratt. And the rest of these games this year, they have literally just rolled right through everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I love this team, but 20 points, that's a lot. And the fact that North Texas put up 45 last week makes me think there's no way they shouldn't be able to score at least 21 against Tulane's defense, or 28, like around there. So that means that Tulane would have to put up around 50. I mean, so I'm probably going to take North Texas. I'm going to throw a point on there, though, and make it 21, so that way I don't get burned. But North Texas is the play, but I love this Tulane team.
There we go. Donnie, what do you think?
I'm on Tulane here. I think North Texas has shown some grit and some guts, but Tulane has been covering them very well, so I'm going to take Tulane.
There we go. I love the over here, though. That's my favorite play in this game if you play it. 2:30, Minnesota at number 24, Iowa. Donnie, we talked about this before the podcast. We were talking about Iowa that can't score for 30 games, 30 points. This team might win the Big Ten. This team might win the Big Ten, and Donnie said it himself. This team might win the Big Ten and then have their offensive coordinator fired, their quarterback's coach fired. They might have their offensive staff fired, and they win the Big Ten. Iowa minus 3.5 at home against Minnesota. Let's start with you. You love this game, Tristan. Tell us why.
So I love Minnesota here, but it's not a fade on Iowa. I think Iowa just plays so much good defense. I think this line is sharp. It is literally a 3-point game. I think Iowa wins, but they win by 3.
Over and under 31.5. Puff, what do you think?
Man, I was so injured this season. They've been plagued with injuries. Their starting tight end done for the season, and their starting quarterback's done. So it's hard. Then the line don't make sense for this. They're 6-1, and it's only 3.5 against Minnesota. Minnesota sucks. So I'm gonna take Minnesota just because of the line. It don't make sense. So give me Minnesota plus 3.5, and do a little bit on the money line too. It might be a little upset.
Yeah, I think somebody else agrees with you, Donnie. What do you think?
I don't agree with him. It ain't me. I don't know what he's smoking. I mean, hey, shit happens. I guess, do what you got to do. That said, Iowa has been rolling. If you don't know why Iowa may lose their offensive coordinator, his contract says if they don't average, I think it's 28 points a game, that he won't keep his position. And he's the head coach's son. They're averaging 24.5. I think they got to average 33 for the rest of the year to get it up there. I think Iowa is going to be there at the end in the Big Ten. So I really like it. Give me Iowa.
I'm with you. I don't. What did you say earlier when we started, Puff? The beginning of the podcast. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Let's keep it simple. Yeah. Iowa's just.
Hey, who wants it more? Who wants it?
Who wants it more? Bubba, who wants it more? Bubba, Iowa's just a better team here.
I want it more.
It's not much of a team. And you know what?
Take the over on this game.
The total is 31.5.
Take the over.
Oh, I'd like this to be a 14-3 game. I like the 17-7 game. I'm completely opposite. Of course, me and Donnie, we've been sleeping on opposite sides of the bed for 2 weeks now. We're going to be over. Donnie loves the over 31.5. I love the under. I don't think the total gets to 20. So I like the under. But give me Iowa minus 3.5. Moving on. Here we go, Puff. We're going to start with you. Number 8, Texas. 5-1, 2-1. Got their ass beat by Oklahoma. Now they go to Houston, who's 3-3, 1-2 in the Big 12. Texas is given 23.5. Over and under 61. They're going to the 5th ward of Houston. What do you think is going to happen here, Puff Daddy?
You can feel the pain in my voice, to be honest. I am.
Hurts, don't it, bitch?
Yeah, it hurts. I'm not gonna bet Texas the rest of the year or against them, but I think we cover. We should. I hope that we beat them by 100. I hope we do, and I think we can beat them by realistically 45. I hope we do, but Texas, hook 'em. Texas fight on the road to victory. Nah, we're gonna come back. We're gonna win the Big 12 this year. We're gonna fucking can Oklahoma in the ass when we get to the Big 12 championship, and we're gonna come back, win it all, and go to the championship. Fuck.
Don't say it, Donnie. Don't say it, Donnie. Tristan, what do you think about this game?
Ooh, I got Texas covering. I think Houston shouldn't have even won last week. They won on that fucking Hail Mary bullshit, or whatever the hell they did.
And it won me money. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but yeah, give me Texas. Texas is just going to be too much.
What do you think, Donnie?
Yeah, I think Texas rolls this game pretty easily. Houston's not very good. That said, Texas is not going to the championship game.
I'm with you.
I'm sorry about your luck.
I'm with you, Donnie. I'm looking at something like 42-7, 48-10 type of ball game here. It's gonna be over. I'm really thinking the first half play is gonna be the play here, but I'm gonna lay 23.5 on the road. I'm not gonna touch the total because Texas was put on this earth to let you down. But give me Texas minus 23.5. Now we're going to Virginia, North Carolina. Tristan, we're going to start with you. North Carolina, number 10 in the nation, 6-0 overall, 3-0 in the ACC. They're hosting Virginia, who's won Virginia, and I feel so bad for those guys, but they are bad. UNC given 23.5, total is 57. Let's start with you, Tristan. What do you think?
Huff, you already know I'm coming to you, motherfucker. You already know I'm coming to you.
Leave me alone.
No. You faded them. Fade them again. I dare you. This North Carolina team is different. They're rolling. Drake May is the fucking truth. Give me North Carolina with the points, 23.5. Take it to the bank. This Virginia team fucking sucks. North Carolina's going to roll them. Virginia might not even score. Give me North Carolina.
There we go. Go ahead, Puff. Your turn.
Yeah, I just want to point something out about last week. Virginia at the end of the first quarter was losing to William and Mary. Now that is sad and sorry. All right, I'm convinced Virginia is the worst Power 5 school. I can't lie. But North Carolina legit is going to win this game by like 50. So North Carolina spread. I'm all in.
You actually got smart this week.
Yeah, now watch them not cover, dickhead.
Yeah, it's going to be your fucking fault.
Donnie,
no.
What do you got?
North Carolina covers. I mean, Virginia's a dumpster fire, like Puff said. I mean, they're coming off a massive victory to give them their first victory of the year versus William and Mary. Yeah, that says nothing. You suck. You've lost to everybody. North Carolina's going to roll you down the road like a garbage can that you are. And yeah.
Okay. If anybody from Virginia is listening to this, number one, my heart's out to you. Tragedy, horrible. I know y'all are still carrying that with you, and I'm sorry it happened, but we got to bet games because we got to bet games. Donnie, who does North Carolina have next week?
Let's see here.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. They were going to cover the 23.5, easy as pie, and they're going to move on, and they're going to go
They have
on.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah. They're going to move on. Let's take North Carolina. Let's take North Carolina minus 23.5 and move on. Man, I love this game. I really do. Auburn let me down. Now I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this loud, and I'm going to say it. My big upset last week of the week was Auburn at LSU, and Auburn got steamrolled. Okay, my bad. Missed call. Bad bet. Horrible look. I thought it had a chance. Ole Miss at Auburn. It's just hard to win on the road. It's hard to win on the road. But Auburn just doesn't have that dog in them anymore. Ole Miss, they're going to stay in it. 6.5 isn't enough. I think Ole Miss rolls this thing. Take the first half, too, for a little extra money. Give me Ole Miss minus 6. Tristan, what do you think?
So, I'm kind of going to go against one of my principles. So Auburn is actually 2-0 at home against the spread. But with that being said, this Ole Miss team, they're gonna roll Auburn. I think they beat them by 2-3 touchdowns, if not more. I think this might be a statement win for Ole Miss.
There we go. Puff, what do you got?
Yeah, Auburn's weakness is going against a team that passes a lot. And Ole Miss, 306 yards a game in the air. I think Ole Miss rolls through them, but playing at Jordan Hare is tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
Night game, and we said last week we said that LSU game for Auburn was their chance to turn their season around or let down, and they let down big time. So I like Ole Miss to just keep on beating on them. I think
they did, Puff. You're exactly right. It was just like. Fuck, we were rooting for you, dude. We're rooting for you guys. Go out there and show up, show out. And they just laid a fucking egg from the kickoff on. That was disgusting. Donnie, what do you think, bud?
Yeah, this is Ole Miss by murder. They're just a better team. Auburn has just not. They don't have that fight in them. And it starts with the head coach and works its way down. Dart's been very proficient. I expect him to add 3 more touchdowns this game. So, yeah, give me Ole Miss.
All right, let's move on. So here's, you talk about a pissing contest. Guys are always bowing up, a cockfight, a pissing contest. This is one of the biggest rivalries in the nation every year in, year out. Michigan State right now. Michigan, number 2 in the nation. They're going to Michigan State. I'll tell you what, any other year but this, give me the home team. No doubt, 100%. But, dude, Michigan State ain't that team, boys. I'm sorry. There's something wrong. And Michigan, I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. these guys want that number one spot because they want that flaky Florida State team. Until they play them, then Florida State will beat the shit out of them. But they want the number 4 team. They don't want to play the number 3 team because that might be an SEC team. Then they get rolled again like they usually do. 24 points. I mean, I'm right, Donnie. You're laughing because you know I'm right. 24 points, though. That's a lot of points going into Michigan State at night. Freaky shit happens. Does Michigan State have enough ball players to cover the 24, Donnie? I'll let you go first.
I don't think so. And I thought I was the SEC lover, and you just said they might have to face a SEC team, which would be possibly the second SEC team.
I hate Michigan, buddy, but you know this. I fucking.
But that said, Michigan State's just not that good this year. I mean, they're 2-4. They've got some bad losses. They do not look good. 46.5 is a number that is going to soar over. Expect Michigan to come out and put up 46 on their own. They're wanting to make that statement. It's like you said, they want that number one. They need Georgia to kind of fumble a little bit coming down the stretch, but I don't see that happening. I mean, Georgia's schedule from here on out is pretty easy. They got a bye week this week, and then they've got some cupcakes outside of Florida, which is going to be the worst chance that Georgia has to lose. But Michigan wants to put on an impression. They want to get that statement, so they are at number one and don't have to face possibly 1 or 2 SEC teams. So
yeah, whatever the Michigan team total is, Donnie, I'm gonna bet the over on that. Tristan, what do you think about Michigan State?
I think this used to be kind of a big game back in the day. Am I right by saying that?
Oh, it was last year. This year's just horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I think Michigan is going to big brother these boys, and they're going to show them who the real Michigan team is. Give me Michigan.
I got you. Puff, what do you think? You're up there.
Yeah, rivalry game. It's probably the only game that Michigan State fans are going to show up to the rest of the year. I think 24 points is too many though for a rivalry game. I know Michigan State's been going through a lot with losing Mel Tucker, and their coaching staff is like all over the place, but it's still a rivalry game. These kids, it's like the Texas Oklahoma, how all these kids played against each other growing up. It's the same thing here. So I think I like Michigan State with the points.
All right. I told you, Donnie, I like the Michigan team total over, right? In saying that, I see this Michigan State thing like the Colorado State. If Michigan has one thing to play for this season, it's this game here. I'm not saying they win. I'm not saying it's going to be close, but I'm saying it's going to be within the 24. So give me Michigan State plus 24. I'm going to go against the grain here, but I there's just something about this kind of crap at home, Michigan State. I mean, they win by 20. Okay, they win by 3 touchdowns. It's still a statement. But 24 for me is just too many. Give me Michigan State plus 24. Come on, Sparty. Don't let me down, baby. Duke, Florida State. I am so over Florida State. I'm so fucking mad.
God,
I am
so overrated.
Gosh almighty. I'll tell you what. I'm going to say this. Florida State minus 14.5. They got they're number 4. They got number 16 Duke coming in. Florida State minus 14.5. Tristan, go ahead. Start it off because I'm just going to agree with everything you say probably.
Yeah, this Duke team. This Florida State team. Like, yeah, they won. Didn't they cover last week? I mean, I don't care. Like,
they covered versus Syracuse.
Yeah, late.
Yeah, they don't have the extra oomph for like a top 5 school, bro. Like, they're just not good. I don't know. It's like in the beginning, I remember in the preseason show, we were talking about how they had all these athletes, but that's all they have. They don't have, it's like the coaching's not there, or the team chemistry's not there. Too many alphas in the doghouse. That could be a thing too. I think this Duke team's good enough to keep it within 2 touchdowns in an ACC game as well.
I got you. Puff, what do you think, buddy?
Get the antlers out. Coach Elko, baby. Let's go. I like the 14.5 a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if Duke won this game outright. Like, I'm not no bullshit, because their only loss is to Notre Dame, the same Notre Dame team that.
And they should have won that game, Puff.
Exactly. This should be a 6-0 game right here. And I think Duke, this is my upset of the week. I think Duke beats Florida State outright.
Damn it. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go, and Donnie, I'm going to let you have it last. I'm with you. Florida State at night, the tomahawk chop. It's going to be crazy. They're going to light and they're going to do everything. It's going to be electric. But Duke is a real deal, boys. That coach is a good coach. That defense is a good defense. 14.5 points is way too many. Does Florida State win? Maybe. But can Duke cover 14.5 every day and twice on Sunday? Give me Duke plus 14.5. Hey, Puff, I'm going to sprinkle a little on the money line too with you, brother. Donnie, talk to me.
Yeah, I think this game is Duke's chance for their national championship. This is everything's on Duke right here. This is their chance. Now, if you want to know how to shut down Florida State, you shut down Coleman. He's the wide receiver that has caught more than half of the 13 touchdowns that Travis has thrown. Here's some stats for you. Florida State's given up almost 370 yards in offense a game against people like Boston College and Clemson. They got the ball up and down the field. They just weren't able to capitalize in the red zone. Duke doesn't seem to have that problem. I don't know that they win on the money line, but I think they cover. I think it's a very hard-fought game. The over-under is set at 49, and I think it's probably going to be under.
I'd only say the money line because of this, Donnie. At minus 14.5, the money line is going to be juicy. And if you put a quarter unit bet on that, it'll win you 3-4 times that. So I'm going to do it anyway. Moving on to another number 19 LSU 5-2. They've got Army coming in, kind of a bye week. LSU minus 30. Real quick, guys. LSU minus 31. Are you with it or not, Donnie?
Yeah, LSU wins this. This is not even close.
Puff.
I don't even.
Yeah.
Tristan.
Yeah, what motherfucker?
Yeah, he got LSU minus 31.
Boys, I'm going Army here. I'm going contrarian here. But it's not a fade on LSU. I just think Army I think this is going to be, I think the under hits, and I think Army they just keep it within 31.
I like it. Good luck to you, man. I'm not betting this game. Good luck to you. My pick is going to be LSU minus 31, but I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I mean, they did who do they have next, Donnie? Who's LSU got next on deck?
Let's see here. I apologize. I was getting some messages. LSU next week.
Bama.
They have is it Bama? I thought they had a bye.
Oh, they got a bye and then Bama. Sorry.
Yeah, give me LSU. Yeah, give me LSU. Yeah, give me LSU minus 31. All right, here's a big one right here, boys. Number 14, Utah, 5-1, 2-1 in the Pac-12. Number going to USC, number 18 in the nation, 6-1, 4-0, losing to Notre Dame. USC's given 7 over under 54.5. I'm going to say it right now. I'm not sure. Something fishy about this.
Mm-hmm.
Tristan, talk to me, baby. Talk to me, Tristan. Talk to me.
So, something interesting that I've been kind of assessing on my own about Caleb Williams. So, a lot of the consensus is in correlation to the NFL. So, a lot of the consensus number one supposed quarterbacks or picks that go in the NFL, they don't struggle at all in college, no matter how big the game. They might lose the game, but they still put up their numbers. Notre Dame fucked Caleb Williams up. and personally, I think he's a little overrated. I still think he's a good quarterback, but I don't
with the Heisman in his pocket already, he's still a little overrated.
I don't think he is this God's gift to quarterbacks that everybody thinks he is. Give me Utah to cover this game. It's a conference game. I think it's a field goal game at best.
I love it. I love everything you just said. I'm gonna. I'm a Utah. I love Utah. I always have. I've always talked about it. Their defense and if Notre Dame's defense. Did Williams when he walked off the field look like Fields does on the daily? He looks confused. He looks like a mouth breather. He doesn't know whether he's coming to go. Notre Dame did a number on him. I agree with you, Tristan. If you think Notre Dame did that to him, wait till Utah gets his hands on him.
Yep.
This ain't no bounce back game. This ain't none of that bullshit. Utah's going to win this game outright.
Yeah.
+7. No, give me Utah on the money line to take care of Williams. They got their number. They know what they're doing. And it's way under this. It's not even going to get close to 54. Utah's going to beat the brakes off of Caleb Williams. Donnie, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, Utah's defense is not bad. I mean, they're less than 300 yards per game. I think it's like 275. Notre Dame showed them the path. It's their turn to take it. I don't know that they win, but I think they cover.
Puff, talk to me.
Yeah, throw the points out the window. Give me the Utes, baby.
I love it.
Yeah, Caleb Williams overrated. Their last 3 games, USC has struggled. I mean, they lost to Notre Dame, and then they struggled against Arizona, and then they barely beat Colorado.
Yeah, they struggled with Colorado. I mean, come on, dude. You need to be getting better, not worse. Saying that, we got Arizona State 1-5, 0-3 in the pack. They're going to number 5 Washington, who, what a hell of a game. And them boys, this Washington team is freaking good. And now they're at home again. Problem is they're laying 26.5. Should be a letdown spot if it wasn't Arizona State. If it was anybody but Arizona State. Washington's going to roll this. A lot of points. Give me Washington minus 26.5. This isn't a homer bet. This isn't I'm starry-eyed. This is Washington is that good of a ball club, and Arizona State is not. Not even close. Give me Washington minus 26.5. Tristan, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same thought process. Like, if it was anybody else, it could be a letdown spot, but it won't be. Penix will pass Caleb Williams in this game for Heisman votes.
There we go. Puff.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing you said. Williams got the Heisman in his back pocket. Penix coming to get that, man.
Yep, coming to pickpocket that motherfucker.
But yeah, this Washington team, they're good, and Arizona State sucks. So give me Washington.
Donnie, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Washington gets this. I don't think that's enough points.
Yeah. And then the last one, number 25, UCLA, 4-2, 1-2 in the Pac-12. UCLA's given 17 points to Stanford, who just got beaten the mighty Deion Sanders of the world.
Yep.
Comeback. Spotted them, what was it, 29 or 19 or something like that?
Yeah, it was like 29.
29.
Spotted them and came back and won. Do they keep riding a horse and cover 17 at home against UCLA? I don't know. Let's start with Donnie. What do you think, Donnie?
I think Stanford blew their load at Colorado. I mean, it was their big victory of the year. They're in for a letdown this game, and UCLA takes it.
There you go, Puff.
I think Stanford covers this game. That receiver that Stanford has, that Ayo Manor guy, whatever his name is, nobody's gonna be able to stop him. He's gonna be so good. He's gonna be an NFL. He's gonna be so good. But I think he will single-handedly keep Stanford in this game.
I love it. I love that. Tristan, what do you think?
Yeah, give me UCLA. I think Stanford, just classic. We came back. We did the impossible. We beat the mighty Deion Sanders, and I think they come in lay an egg. Give me UCLA.
Any other year, boys. Donnie, if this was any other year, any other Stanford year, I'd be all over Stanford. But I'm going to go with a classic hangover letdown spot. They can't cover 7. And I don't think UCLA should be in the top 25, by the way. I don't think UCLA is that good. I think Washington State just let us down. But 17 points, Stanford isn't that team. This is a classic letdown hangover. So give me UCLA to cover the points on the road late night against Stanford. Boys, y'all got any best picks? Any whales for us right here? Tristan, let's start with you.
Minnesota plus 3.5 is going to be one for me. Lay the points with North Carolina. Don't be scared of the big number. They roll them. Let's see. Penn State money line.
There we go. Puff, what do you got?
You already know where we're going first here. Give me the Fighting Dilfers plus 6.5 against Memphis. And then
How'd that
I
work
like
out last
West-
week?
Hey, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Oh, we ain't talking about last week? Okay,
Move
okay.
on. We move on. All right. But
Okay.
then
move on.
I got West Virginia -3 against Oklahoma State. Why is that line 3? Why that don't make no sense. There's no way West Virginia should be favored. It's fishy. I'm gonna take it.
I got you.
BYU money line plus 130 against Texas Tech. BYU at home is a different environment, and they need to get something going this season
That's
to get some
gross.
type of morale. It is very gross, and I love it. And then my last play is probably gonna be my biggest is Duke plus 14.5. That's gonna be my biggest play, probably. It had in a while.
There we go. Donnie, what do you got, man?
I'm going to go with one of the teams that I've ridden all year. Take Oklahoma -19. They are a covering machine. I do like the over in this one as well. I think this is a 70 to 80 point game. If you really want some spiciness, take the over in the first quarter. I think it's set at 11.5 right now, or 12. Even up to 13.5. I think you get 2 touchdowns out of this.
I got you. Nothing different here, guys. You guys are everything you said. I agree with. I love Oklahoma. I love North Carolina. I love Duke. The team total of Michigan over. I love all that stuff. You guys that are listening, thank you for listening. We appreciate you listening. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, tell people about us. You can send them over to coachescallontap.com. That'll give them a direct link here to our YouTube channel and to our Discord. Y'all come join us there. You can also join us on Coaches Call 0 on TikTok. We're going to post our plays there. But come over to the Discord. It is popping right now. We've got baseball, women's basketball, soccer, tennis, and football going on. Gosh, am I missing anything? These guys are all over the place.
Women's basketball.
Yeah, right? Women's
WNBA
basketball.
right now.
WNBA right now. We're betting that. Yeah.
Let's get an update on that. What is that update?
31-28.
Also,
In the
Coach,
second. That's not good.
There we
We need
go.
more buckets. We need buckets.
I want to bring up one thing.
Go ahead.
What's right around the corner is college basketball.
Oh, I can't
Oh.
fucking wait.
And I must
Huge.
say that we are going to go to the moon between women's college basketball and men's college basketball this season. We have so much knowledge of this transfer portal and everything that this podcast, we're going to do our preview probably soon for the season because season starts right around the corner. We're going to do our preview, so make sure you tune in to our college basketball preview, and we'll give you updates with the transfer portal and all these teams to look out for this season.
I love it. Thanks, Puff. Yeah, make sure you go join us on in the Discord, on TikTok, and all that stuff. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of this. This is Coach's Call on Tap from Donnie Nolan in Tennessee, Puff in Pennsylvania, and Tristan in North Carolina. This is your coach here in Texas. Coach's Call on Tap. We appreciate you listening in. We'll meet you guys at the ticket window. Until then, y'all have a blessed day. Adios.